Good evening, and this is the update on the NAACP. My name is Carolyn Perkins, and the guest tonight is the Dayton Unit President, Derrick L. Forward.
How you doing, Miss
Hi.
Carolyn?
How are you doing?
I'm doing super fantastic.
Well, we've had a lot of things going on in the unit this year, and I know you'll give us an update of what's been going on, the ups, the downs, or anything that goes along with it, because you got it all right there, and we'd like to hear what's been going on as far as an update as far as September this year.
Well, if we want to go backwards, then we'll go September 1st. From our proactive civil rights agenda standpoint, we had our Meet the Candidates Night. And our Meet the Candidates Night is always a very good time to educate the citizens, the various people who are running for elected public as elected public officials. This year we had candidates that from Montgomery County Auditor, Montgomery County Commissioner, Montgomery County Common Pleas Court Judge, State Representative, State Senator. So we had several candidates out speaking as it relates to why they want to be inside those particular positions. We had a packed house. It's always good to be able to see citizens come out and be able to ask pertinent questions that's related to them and how they feel that someone should be leading as a public servant inside of this community. So at the end of the day, we had a great turnout, and a lot of questions was asked, and a lot of answers were given. So that was our September meeting in terms of our proactive civil rights agenda. So what people need to understand is that we implemented this back in 2007 because we wanted to be able to educate our citizens. We wanted to be able to inform them and educate them, therefore empower them to make better decisions on their daily journey of life. Inform, educate, and empower. And a lot of it was by ways of our proactive civil rights agenda, which is through our community-based programs. So then in August, we had another packed house, which was dealing with, the topic there was economic development environment in Dayton, Ohio. And really that kind of filtered over into the Meet the Candidates Night as well, because a lot of people are concerned inside of our community about what West Dayton looks like, what East Dayton looks like, what North Dayton looks like, what South Dayton looks like. Not so much as relates to the Dayton region per se. We're talking about the Dayton proper. What's going on inside of our community in terms of economic growth and sustainability. Those are a lot of, there are a lot of issues out there regarding, that plateau as it relates to economic development. So that's something that we're going to be taking a hard look at going forward, and as we have in the past, and that's something that we want to be able to work closely with our public elected officials as it relates to making certain that we're retaining business, that we're holding the current businesses accountable for their properties in terms of beautification, and that the citizens have an opportunity to dine, have some fine dining restaurants. These are things that we're looking to try to assist, the city with bringing to our community. In the month of July, we went to Freedoms. We had some kids from Wright State University, actually part of our Wright State University NAACP College chapter. They actually went to, I believe, Mississippi, and participated in the Freedom Summer down there activities. So they came in and gave us an update of what that was like. And it was a very, very good meeting to be able to see our youth highly engaged, in the process of justice. In the month of June, another meeting, and I never really knew that a lot of people had interest in this lot links program. A lot.
Yeah.
It was a lot of people that came out to that meeting because they were highly interested in, if there is property that's adjacent to my property, how can I go about acquiring that property from the city? And I just didn't know the level of interest from our citizenship. And a lot of people came out. They were highly informed. Some people even took advantage of the Lot Links program. But that's really what we're all about in terms of our proactive civil rights agenda, is truly educating the citizens so they are informed and they can make good, conscientious decisions. In the month of May, stopping the school to prison pipeline. Dr. Vernelia Randall has done an outstanding job. Her and Ms. Marie Holt has done an outstanding job at advocating for stopping the school to prison pipeline. We commend them for the work that they're doing, and look to partner with them, in the future, various activities that we can share common ground. In the month of April, update on Affordable Care Act and spring cleaning for your body. It was just a good feeling to know that millions of Americans who were uninsured are now taking advantage of health care. That they are able to go to the doctor and be seen with pre-existing conditions. And so we just had some folks, I believe they were from, I forget exactly where they were from, I probably can find out here. But, some good speakers, and they were actually from the, let's see what this says here, Office of Outreach and Enrollment for Community Health Centers of Greater Dayton. And they were very knowledgeable, about this Affordable Care Act, whereas they were able to truly enlighten our citizens, on the Affordable Care Act and what it means to them, what it means to, people who they are close with, and what it could mean to a friend who does not have health care. In the month of March, we brought our pastors out and educated citizens on what role can churches play in promoting student achievement. And it seems like every year there's always a lot of questions for those pastors, and they are very well, they speak very well and are able to respond and articulate their message back to the people in attendance. But I was highly surprised about a lot of different after-school programs and different activities that's going on inside of our churches that's really not being promoted. So it's always good to be able to see that that our church leadership, our religious leaders are giving back into the communities in which they pastor. Inside of February, we just took a walk through Black History Month. Just kind of talked about, what's going on in Black History today, what went on 30 years ago, 10 years ago, 50 years ago. And, just had, I believe it was Jesse Gooding that came out and spoke to us about his walk, his journey of 60 years in, civil rights. And then in January, of course, we wanted to have people to be educated on understanding their credit report and scoring, because it's very, very important to know that credit reports are now affecting job opportunities. So people need to understand that and need to make certain that if they did make a mistake in the past, how can they go and repair their credit so that it won't look bad upon them for employment purposes. So I'll tell you what, we've had a great year thus far in terms of our proactive civil rights agenda, and looking forward to many more months to come.
Well, there are two things that are coming up real soon. I know that we're involved in as a unit, and one that's upon us right now is voting.
Oh.
And getting people out to vote.
Yes.
So I know you have some insight into some things that the state is doing and what we're doing nationally as far as where we stand with the birthday present this morning about they changed when you can start early voting.
Right. That was very disappointing. That we thought we had a victory as the Ohio Conference NAACP, who filed a lawsuit, against our Secretary of State, John Husted. And so we had a small victory for a short period of time, but I would say the war isn't over. We're going to continue to fight this fight and to ensure that we are protecting, the people's right to vote, and that it's made easy to go to the ballot box to cast your vote. We should not be making this harder. Nobody on God's green earth who know how many people have lost their lives for people to have a right to vote should impede on anybody's right to vote. But unfortunately, the people who have the hardest time or who are in a position to be restricted most of the time is African Americans. Because we may not have some of the funds, to go and get, the proper ID license or state issued ID. But outside of that, it's about timing. We're the ones who work in 2 and 3 jobs, and us trying to get time off work. If you open the window up of opportunity, then we can make time available to get to the polls and cast our vote. But when you're restricting the days and hours and times, it makes it more difficult on the person who already is challenged from a job standpoint. So hopefully, in the days come, we will we'll get the U.S. Supreme Court back in the ball field. So.
Okay. The second thing I know that's coming up, it's going to be exciting, is our Freedom Fund banquet. Now that's coming up October the 24th.
Friday, October 24th.
Right. And so give us an update on what's going to be going on then.
Well, it is with deep honor that we announce that we're going to have the Honorable Merle Evers Williams to come and serve as our keynote speaker at our 63rd Annual Freedom Fund banquet. At the time, I asked Ms. Evers about coming to our Freedom Fund banquet, being our keynote speaker. I didn't know that she had been here 19 years ago, right here at our Dayton Convention Center, to deliver a powerful message regarding civil rights. It took her over 30 years to bring her husband's murderer to justice. Over 30 years, but she stayed and she fought the good fight. I want to say it was through 3 jury trials. I think the first couple of jury trials were hung juries, so they could not get a conviction, but they finally convicted this gentleman, and don't even like saying his name, because that's someone who was going to take somebody out who was fighting for our voting rights down in Mississippi and throughout this nation. The first regional field director of the NAACP. But you want to assassinate somebody that's going out there, and that's what kind of disturbs me about some of our young folks. And I want to speak really to the heart and the conscience of our young folks regarding voting. People have lost their lives. People have sacrificed their lives so that we can go out there and cast our vote. I do not want our young folks to ever think that their vote does not matter, because it does. There's a lot of races that have been won by 1 vote, by 2 votes. And if they would just, the same way they showed up in 2008, the same way they showed up in 2012 would be the same victorious or the same significant win that they would see if they showed up every year. If our young folks get out to vote every single year, they'll get the results they want. So I'm pleading with our young folks, please get out there and vote every election. Don't ever think that there's any such thing as an all-for-year election. We need you. We needed you in 2008. We needed you in 2012, but we need you every year. And we're asking for your help to get out to the polls.
I think some of that I found doing voter registration is they don't understand when they can vote. You can register to vote at 17, and if you will be 18 by election day, you can vote in the national election. If you're 17, you can vote in state elections.
Right.
And the other population that has a hard time is if you were a convicted felon.
Mm-hmm.
In Ohio, you have the right to vote if you're out of jail,
Mm-hmm.
and you're not on, house arrest and all this other stuff that goes on. You can sign up to vote again. Just like you have a driver's license, you can have a registered voter. And those folks count too. They count.
That's right.
They really count since they're no longer incarcerated. in other locations, their vote counts in the county they're in. So you and Congressman, former Congressman Tom Roberts have
Former senator.
Former senator.
Oh, we can promote him now.
Yeah, he's actually a doctor now. But you guys have been working with the state and Miss McNabb with getting stuff, you know, for voter registration, and this last push of people, you know, voting. And I think, was it October 25th, right
October
after the
25th, which is the day after our Freedom Fund banquet. We're actually going to do what we call a Super Saturday, whereas we're going to be encouraging people to go out to vote, which is the last day that you can vote before election, or last weekend of voting before election. So, so we're going to be offering people rides to the polls if they need ride to the polls, and we're going to have a big celebration at our office located at 1528 West 3rd Street. You know, behind our office, right there on Mercer Street. So we're going to have a big rah-rah. We want people to come out and understand the importance of voting, and if they need rides, we're willing to do that. You know, but at the end of the day, we want them to go downtown to the administration building to cast their vote on October the 25th at the County Board of Elections. That's right across the street from Sinclair Community College. So if they can do that, we'll have some fun, we have some food, we have some different things going on at our office on the 25th, Saturday 25th. I want to say that's going to start about 10 o'clock in the morning. Right. You know, last until I think 5 or 6, if I'm not mistaken, somewhere along there.
I think they changed that.
Oh, they changed the time frame?
I think they're at 2 o'clock.
Okay, so 10 to 2?
You know, yeah.
Okay.
Kind of like our office hours, 10 to 2. Well, I want you to also remind folks that between 10 and 2, every day of the week, they can come on down to the office.
That's right.
And register to vote.
That's right.
They can also come down and join.
Absolutely. And now, since you talk about joining, that's going to lead me into membership. You know, I'm always pushing membership. You know, some people think I'm too aggressive, you know, membership, but I understand that membership is power. And I understand that if we have people that are willing to stand in the gap, to stand with us when issues come up, such as what happened to the young man at Walmart, John Crawford III, when issues come up like a Michael Brown, when issues come up like all these other things that we see that's going on inside of our community today, young man getting shot in South Carolina, when the officer asked him to go reach for, you know, to get your license, sir, and then you're going to shoot at me after I go to reach for my license. So when we have people that's going to stand with us, that's really what we need is for our community to galvanize. And we just need to make certain that when we do things, though, when we investigate cases, that we investigate those cases correctly. We let the process work its way out. And I want to say on air that we are very proud of our citizens here for acting very civilly during the John Crawford III case. And please continue to act civilly as we continue to pursue justice for that family. But in terms of membership, you know, the latest report that we have is that we are now in the second seed. So we're the second largest unit in the state of Ohio, behind Cleveland unit of the NAACP. But that's because of the citizens believing the work that we're doing. We're going to continue to do the work that we feel that the citizens want us to do, and that's appropriate, you know, in terms of helping citizens out on a daily basis. So our membership is actually up, as I take a look, up 15.23% versus the previous year. We actually have probably about 24 people that's going to be receiving their life membership plaques at our Freedom Fund banquet next month. You know, so it always makes me feel good when I see somebody going and get that membership plaque and they're saying, hey, I want to be recognized at your banquet. You know, let people know that I truly believe and support the vision and the mission of the NAACP. You know, in terms of membership, I want to correct that. It's not up 15%, it's actually up 1.31%. I wish it was up 15%. Then we can get over a hurdle I've been trying to get over for a long time. In terms of casework, we have somebody at our office that's been very loyal for the past, basically since I've been in office since 2007, by ways of Mr. Chris Courtner, has been very loyal down there, investigating cases, advocating on people's behalf, driving, to people's jobs, driving to court with them, driving out of town with them. And all of this is done free labor. Actually, it's done because of his heart that's in the right place, and that's to help people. Also, the other people that works in the office with him, people have come on as interns and has taken on externships and things like that inside of our office. Anybody else, who is qualified, who has maybe a degree, in law or something like that, we would love to have those individuals come in and to give us some support down there as well. So we've had a great year thus far, and we're looking to continue to pursue down that path. In terms of our casework, though, our casework is actually down 1.22% versus the previous year. So casework isn't as heavy, but 1.22% is just a little bit. That's just a smidgen. So far this year, we've investigated 128 cases so far this year, through, and that's close of books in August.
Well, I was mistaken on one thing.
What's that?
I said there was only two things. There's three things. Got a third thing coming up. After October, we have an election coming up.
That's right. So not only the general election that's going to take place on November the 4th, but in fact, all local units of the NAACP throughout the nation will be conducting their biannual elections in the month of November. Ours is November the 2nd, Sunday, November the 2nd, and I do plan on seeking the office of president again, and hopefully the community will, and the members will, like the work that we've done so far, and will retain me inside this office. I love being the president of the NAACP. I take it very seriously, and we just try to do the right thing for the people.
Okay, see, I knew there was something going on. I just takes a second to think about it. But as you say, everybody nationwide is doing their election, and it's an important thing for the community, the membership, to come out and vote.
That's right.
It's just as important as if you're going to vote for the president or a senator or anything else, because the NAACP is not obsolete. We're here. The things that's been going on nationwide, you see there is a reason for this organization.
That's right. So
you need to come out and vote. 1 month, in 2 days, you can vote for the president of the NAACP, and you can vote for the congressmen and the governors.
That's right.
In the state of Ohio.
That's right. We encourage people to follow these various cases. I mean, I know just like, instead of getting mad, such as, we put a post up there on our Facebook page regarding what people think should happen with Mike DeWine. And overwhelmingly, the citizens are saying that we should vote him out of office. Well, we can't tell them how to vote, but if that's what they're feeling, then that's what they need to do, is go out there and exercise their right to vote. But if they do not exercise their right to vote, then that's on them, and people will continue to be able to do what they want to do in terms of our democracy. So we really need to truly understand the power of your vote. And thinking about our Facebook page is Dayton Unit NAACP, Dayton Unit NAACP. We currently have over 3,400 online activists, and that's up 44% versus the previous year. So we really would like for individuals, we had a goal towards in the second quarter of this year to have over 10,000 online activists, because we understand that a lot of people don't go to meetings, but they will be on those cell phones, and and retrieve Facebook messages and things like that. So we would like to at least be able to keep the citizens here and abroad very informed through social media. So if you all could get on your cell phones, if you are not currently one of our Facebook followers or one of our fans, we would like for you to go to Dayton Unit NAACP, like our page, so you can kind of keep up to date, regarding the things and activities that we've been involved in.
That's good. That's a good thing. And next thing, we'll have to find some other media for you to get on, because there's a lot of them out there. One thing I would like to say is, not only do we need adults, we need young people. You can't move forward any organization without young blood.
That's correct.
And as far as our youth council is concerned, we've got from 0 to 13, and that is Little John Jr. Mm-hmm. We have 14 to 20, mm-hmm. and that's the youth council. Mm-hmm. We have other things like ACTS, so all these programs for young folks. If you don't take advantage of them, there's scholarships out there, there's a possibility of winning. You also earn by time when you go to school and to your to fill out further. They want to know what you've done.
That's right.
So community service, that mm-hmm. counts in the things that we do in the youth council and the junior youth council. So when you think about things that you're looking for to put on your scholarship applications or application for jobs.
That's right.
Those things, when they look at it, those can be tiebreakers, because besides doing the book work, you've gone out into community and got involved with your community. That makes you a more rounded person. Mm-hmm. So we invite all the young folks to, come down and join and get involved in the stuff that's going on with us. And that's how you learn how to do the stuff what the adults are doing. And you can help the adults, because the adults can't get out there and do marches because you don't have the leg power.
Right. This is like the Ohio Student Association. We applaud them for all of their efforts. During this John Crawford III case, they have been leaders. They have exercised leadership, and we applaud the Ohio Student Association for the great work that they've done here. And I even got a text message or email earlier today as it relates to the decision that they heard today regarding the U.S. Supreme Court, reversing the initial order regarding the early voting hours here in Ohio. That they're on top of that now. Yep. So it's good to be able to see our young folks, highly engaged, because a number of those young folks with the Ohio Student Association are members of the NAACP. So they find other avenues because of some of the stringent rules and policies that the NAACP has in place, for good reasons, though. We didn't make it to be 105 years nationally, 105 years old nationally because we're dumb. So we have policies and procedures in place, to protect the seal of the NAACP, so we can continue to do the work for the people throughout the nation. So, but because of some of those rules, it kind of hinders some of the direct action that we may want to take immediately. So they find other avenues to go and help folks. So I commend the Wright State University College chapter on all their work working through the Ohio Student Association, and I just take my hat off to them and say keep up the great work. But some other cases that we've been involved in this year. We actually had advocated for the judicial release of a Mr. Leftwich, Lewis Leftwich, and we were highly successful in that, and we applaud Judge McGee, for believing in him, having an opportunity for someone to come up, listen to his wife's story, and look at all the facts of that particular case. And when we look at the facts of that particular case, we felt that was the right thing to be able to let him out on judicial release. So, while judges have tough decisions to make, but we feel that she made the right decision in this particular case. So, so advocating from that regard, there was another individual, Pastor Ronald Ford, who was having some issues with law enforcement here as relates to him escorting, different funeral processions to and from the various funeral homes throughout Dayton. And he came to us for some assistance. We were able to help him out with this issue. He actually sent us a note of thanks, and once again, advocating on businesses' behalf, advocating on people's behalf. When I think about the mailbox, that's up there at West Town right now. There was a fine lady from Wayman Chapel AME Church that called our office because a lot of senior citizens were having to walk through the lot, snow on the ground, and there were potholes and afraid of tripping and falling because that was the only mailbox, or that was the only post office throughout Dayton that didn't have a curbside mailbox. So every time I go by that West Town Shopping Center now and the Paul Lawrence Dunbar post office and see that curbside mailbox, I think about the Dayton unit NAACP advocating for the citizens of Dayton. Those are the kinds of things that we're engaged in that a lot of people really don't know about because we don't really broadcast those things. Because we just want to get the work done, do what we have to do, and for the people. So, but I think we need to do a little bit more better job at really promoting some of the things that we're doing that affect a lot of people within the community. Because quite frankly, a lot of people don't know. They say, well, what is the NAACP doing? But when they hear that now there's a curbside mailbox out there for not just our senior citizens, but for anybody who don't want to get out of the car and want to just go up there and drop mail off, they're able to do that. If you come to us and you have a good case, maybe we can advocate for your behalf to get you judicial release, if that's warranted in that particular case. Just things like that that we do that we really don't broadcast, but maybe we need to do a better job at doing that.
Okay. I think between stopping by the office, looking on Facebook, looking on our webpage, people will find out what is actually going on in the NAACP, and a lot of people find out what's going on in the community by looking at some of the things we have on our page.
Right.
So want to remind everybody, the email address for Dayton NAACP is NAACP Dayton3181 at sbcglobal.net.
That's correct.
Now that's the email address. Now the Facebook address, Dayton Unit NAACP.
Yes, ma'am. That's it.
Yeah, .com I think it is, goes on there. But if you're on Facebook at all, you'll find us. If
Right.
you just put it in there, you'll find us.
Type in Dayton Unit, and as soon as you hit that in, it's going to pop right up there with our seal, the seal of the NAACP.
Yep. The phone number is 937-222-2172. So if you have an issue, you want to talk to somebody about things that are going on in your life, you'll find somebody there. And don't forget, Derrick asked for anybody out there that is willing to help. Chris is being swamped down there with different cases and talking about situations, so he could use some help. Come on down and do that. If you want to register to vote, come down. The time is ticking on voter registration. But we're there from 10 o'clock to 2 p.m. Monday through Friday.
And one thing I want to say about our Labor Industry Chair, Mr. Kortner, is that I want to just make this very well known to everyone. While he may be swamped, while he may be investigating all these different cases, the bottom line is we will try to help anybody that we can. White, black, Hispanic, young, old, male, female, it doesn't matter. We're going to try to assist anybody that we can. But at the end of the day, we can't help everybody. And there's going to be some cases that Chris will have that he may have to refer to the Ohio Civil Rights Commission, that he may have to refer to the EEOC, that he may simply say, well, you may need a lawyer in this particular case. So while we try to help everybody, but the fact of the matter is we can't help everybody because everybody's cases are different, and they may need a little bit more special attention from some lawyers or from an attorney that they may be able to retain that can help them through their case. So I just want to make that known because at times people think that we're going to be Jesus and we're going to be able to save them out of everything. And at the end of the day, that's just simply not true. We do what we can. We are volunteers. We chose to be these volunteers. We take our work seriously. But if we can't help you, we at least try to direct you in a path that you can go, that you may be able to get assistance in whatever case that you may be pursuing.
That's very true. But we'll be back next month. So again, if you have any questions, call the office, and if the person can't answer it on the phone, we'll give the phone. We'll leave a message for Derrick. But thanks again for being out here with the folks to know what you're doing and what the NAACP is doing, and we'll sign off for now.
Sounds good. And hopefully we're going to see everybody at the polls on November the 2nd for the NAACP elections, if you're a member, and then also for the national election on November 4th.
Right. Good night.